I said, yo,
no, work.
Why you over here, my boy?
Work.
Why you over here, my boy?
hello everyone, welcome back to our video. I hope y'all have an amazing day as usual. Before we get into today's video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and always comment down below. So today I will be doing a walk through Wilmington, Delaware. We're in the West Center City neighborhood, which is Wilmington's most dangerous neighborhood. It's actually a very nice block. Once we get a little further south, about a block, it's a little sketch around there. This is West 10th Street and Monroe Street. The streets in this area are named after the numbers. If they're heading east and west, if they're heading north and south, they are named after the presidents. West Center City, actually one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in America. So we're gonna go south. Remember, I gotta keep the camera low key because there are a lot of people out today. I circled, you know, the neighborhood, and there's a lot of people out today. It's a beautiful day, and we're in it's a beautiful block. This looks a lot like Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, or Charleston, South Carolina. I haven't been to Charleston, I've been to Savannah though. Got some people out to my left. We're at Adams Street and West 10th Street. So overall, I love Wilmington. I spent a little time today in Wilmington, Delaware, and I love it. You know, because it's only 70,000 people living here. I'm gonna cross here actually. It's not really well known, but it is Delaware's largest city. Only 70,000 people, not a lot. But the downtown area is pretty nice. And overall, not too many problems they had, you know. That's all good. Sometimes I have to muffle myself, or sometimes I'll have to pretend like I'm talking to somebody on the phone. Having my headphones in helps with that, you know. But yeah, like I said, about a block from here, it gets a little hot. There's some boarded up houses, but because all the streets are tree lined and the beautiful brick houses, the ones that are occupied are very nice looking houses. So we're gonna make a left here. So I'll share with y'all a little bit of the statistics for Wilmington. Wilmington is about 50% black or African American and about 35% white. The rest are probably Hispanics, Asians, and Middle Eastern people. To my left, it looks like they're building houses or they demolished some. Look at that Jeep right there with all the bumper stickers. I'm not a big bumper sticker guy. I feel like when you're on the road, you don't need to have that. You know what I mean? You don't need to share your opinions with the rest of people. They're not interested. Especially when it's politics, because if you put a politics sticker on your car, with the current state that America's in, you might get run off the road. So definitely don't put any politics stickers on. Like none of that Let's Go Brandon, none of the Biden. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, we're at North Monroe Street and West 8th. So according to crime statistics, nope, you let me go. They feel like that sometimes. In New Jersey, especially where I live. Got the people to my left doing yard work.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
To the aquarium.
So neighbors know each other. That's what happens when you live in really dense areas. You know, if you live in, you know, suburban neighborhoods with single family homes and they're far from each other, neighbors don't really talk. Here, let's head over here onto, this is Morrow Street. Got a boarded house to my left with a guy hanging out outside of it. So back to what I was saying about the statistics. So according to areavibes.com, overall crime is 116% above the national average. Guy looks like a father and a daughter, and the guy cleaning his car. Property crime is about 80% above the national average. However, violent crime, they're knocking it out of the park. It's about 250% above, and that's citywide. Around here, it might be double that, like, I don't know. Because West Center City area, which is west of Center City, is the most dangerous, which is where we're at right now. You know what, it might be, hanging out to my left, looking at his phone. Got really nice brick houses, which is similar to what you would find in Philadelphia. Camden, New Jersey has those. Yeah, Philly, Camden, Wilmington, and Trenton all have this style of housing. The dense brick row houses, which is nice. I believe it's British architecture, and some of these houses are really old. So you go, all right, we'll make a left. Got a nice little house set up right there. Somebody was, earlier when I walk over here, somebody was throwing wood out, so he's probably renovating the house outside in the backyard. Got a man on my right, walking the street very slowly, so he might be on drugs. Got a white lady to my right, very skinny, shriveled up, but she doesn't look that old. That tells me she's on drugs. To my right are 2 abandoned houses. You know, it must suck to live. I don't know if the house is occupied. I can't tell the stucco one in between the 2 boarded up ones, but that must be horrible. If somebody does live there, like, that must be terrible, because that's what they do. That's what they do. You know, abandoned houses, they really can, you know, mess neighborhoods up. That they make the neighborhood look bad. They have, you know, people who shoot drugs in them sometimes, which is what they used to do in Philly until a couple years ago. Everybody just decided to do it out in the open. Yeah, in North Philly, Kensington to be specific, the drug crisis has gotten out of control, and I don't know if it's going to change. This street is, I believe, Madison Street. Like I said, this is, like I said, very similar to the types of houses you'd find in this area. Pretty much anywhere along the Delaware River. However, Wilmington is not on the Delaware River. It is on the Christina River. The Delaware River drains out in New Jersey. So, overall, Wilmington seems to be a big mix of both whites and blacks. So it's not an area I really stick out, you know? Because I just saw a white lady open her door. So in a lot of hoods, it's just one race, you know what I mean? And then you start feeling out of place. So it's like some people are outside having a good time, playing music. It's a beautiful day. So like I said, a lot of people are out. Wilmington has a huge downtown. Not a huge downtown. It's not that big, but it's big for the population. Remember, Wilmington only has 70,000 people. It's a very small city. It's barely even a city. So, you know, and they have a lot of corporate businesses like banks, AAA, Citibank, MetLife, a lot of companies. We got the Jefferson Grocery to my left, and 2 ladies hanging out on the corner. I'm gonna make it right here. Actually, let's head straight, because we're getting closer to downtown if we make a right. Yeah, well, Wilmington's a highly underrated city. If you come to Wilmington, you gotta check out the riverfront. The riverfront along the Christina River is beautiful. They have a really nice train station for Amtrak. Because I'm a rail fan, I spent a little time there today. And the riverfront's gorgeous. You know, and it's a very clean city, despite, you know, the board of houses and the crime, because there is a lot of crime here. I mean, when you have a crime rate that's 250% above the national average, and that's citywide, that's higher than places like Chicago or LA that have bad reputations. LA doesn't really have a bad reputation. It's east, kind of like the East LA, Compton area. Hell, Compton's not even that bad anymore. or South Central as they call it. South Central, that's still rough. But I think Compton's calmed down a little bit. But like Imperial Courts and Nickerson Gardens, don't walk through there at night. So I noticed that further up this way, the houses get nicer. But we're still in the West Center City neighborhood, you know? And since it's during the day, you don't have to worry too much about safety. Like, genuinely, I'm not concerned right now. I probably should be, but I'm not. Yeah, it looks like people stick together. I wish that was where I live. People don't. You know, only a few people know each other. But like I said, when you live in a crowded neighborhood like this, you know your neighbors, and you know if you can go to help with them. Now, that's not the Crown Vic. That's the Mercury. Yeah, the Crown Vics and the Mercuries are big in the hood. Yeah, with the rims and everything. Some people like to buy old Crown Vics, or well, this is a Mercury, but Fords and Mercuries are very similar to each other. So people will buy, we're gonna make a left back on Madison Street. A lot of people will buy not Mercuries, Crown Vics, because they look like cop cars. The old ones, like the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s Crown Vics. Daytonas are huge, the Dodge. Yeah, the donks aren't really big in the Northeast. The donks you'll see on the West Coast and in the Deep South. I think in Chicago they have some. Got a black cat. Just walked in between the two houses. They had like a little holes in the fence. The cat just went through. I don't believe in the black cat bad luck thing. Honestly, I think all cats are bad luck. I'm a dog lover, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes if I see groups of people, sometimes, like I said, I'll act like I'm on the phone because I have headphones on and I have a phone. So, you should be good. Although, sometimes I don't trust people to hang out on corners, you know? Because, like I said, if they know you're not from here, they'll question you. I seen that Ford when I was crossing the street earlier. Sometimes I notice when cars are on the block and they come back again. You know, I don't know if that lady walked by, but that lady who walked by, I don't know if she's wearing cologne or somebody's house scent, but I smelled like a smell of perfume, so it was probably that lady that just walked by. We walked down this block, I think we did. That house looks new, but it was where they're probably working on it, like they're probably restoring it, or they're still building it because it looks fairly new. As I said before, some of these houses are really old, but you know, the good people keep them up, and that's good. If you go to North Philly, they don't keep up these old houses like they do over here. You know, those stucco houses are definitely newer than the brick houses, but they in North Philly, you know, you can't really compare Wilmington to North Philly. North Philly's just a mess. But around here, even though reputation, they keep everything nice, you know. They do a good job at that. How you doing? Neighbor said hello to me. Like I said, people get along around here. Some hoods are, you know, more clingy, and if you're not from the neighborhood, people don't accept you too well. And then there's other hoods that I've been in where people are really nice. It just varies. Like, an example is Patterson, New Jersey. People in Patterson are very clingy, and they know right off the bat you're not from there. But around here, people seem to be a little nicer. Y'all hear what they said? He was like, are you gonna suck that N-word dick? Yeah, sometimes you just walk by on people's conversations when they're talking about the craziest things, you know? And I'm not trying to be nosy, I just overhear things, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all heard that on the camera, but I did. Anyways, got a bunch of people hanging out here. Got a corner store right here. Yeah, the corner stores. Look at all that garbage. An empty lot. That's sad. You know, it's still nothing like North Philly. Shit, in North Philly, there's just piles of garbage. But you see here, I can see a person cleaning up the sidewalk by his house. So I don't know. They do good with that, you know. To my right, it's a liquor store, and there's a rest in peace memorial. If you didn't see it, just pause it and then you'll see it. But Yeah. I guess what happened was that somebody was shot at that corner. And in here, it looks like some more flowers or something. Nah. Is this the rest of them? No. No, this is just somebody's yard that they made all nice. But yeah, there was a rest in peace memorial in front of that liquor store. You know, that's why hanging on the corner can be rough, because that's where the drive-by is happening. We had a Pentecostal church to the right, and then over here is a Missionary Baptist church. Yeah, I'm Protestant, not Baptist though. I'm Presbyterian. Pentecostals like their own thing. Yeah, they're pretty. It's very different. It's very different. They're very different. You know what I mean? That top one right here. Looks like he's just watching the block. You know. How you doing, sir? I guess we make a left here. Got a man house to my left and the Dominican Cafe. Interestingly, I haven't seen a lot of Hispanics in Wilmington. I've seen maybe like 2 or 3, but I've seen, like I said, mostly whites and blacks here, which is, you know, a little off, because I'm not, you know, trying to say this in a funky way, but it seems like, and this is not my opinion, but actually it's what I pick up on. I noticed that blacks and whites don't mix too well, and that's not, you know, me being racist. That's kind of reality, you know what I mean? But it seems like whites and Hispanics mix pretty well, or blacks and Hispanics mix pretty well. Like the Hispanics, they get along with everyone. You know, they're mostly hard workers for the most part. But it seems like the whites and blacks just don't get along. Although that's not really the case in Philly. Philly's not like that. Philly's a little different. Because Philly's got its mixed areas, but you know, if you go, you know, to Philly, you're not gonna stick out in one neighborhood, because people mix in Philadelphia. But Chicago's not like that. I haven't been to Chicago, but I know how segregated Chicago is. The south side of Chicago is all black. The downtown and north side is all white, and the west side's all Hispanic. That's how Chicago is. And segregation in Milwaukee's bad. I heard Detroit. I think Detroit might be the most segregated city. 8 Mile, south of 8 Mile, which separates Detroit from the suburbs. South of 8 Mile is 80% black. North of 8 Mile, which is the suburbs, is about 90% white. Clear segregation in my eyes. Here we got a little statue. Let's see who it's. Helen Chambers. Let's read a little bit about who Helen Chambers was. So from 1923 to 1976, a true champion of the community and a friend to all youth. So I guess she was a very friendly person. Nice little park. Got a fire truck somewhere. Looks like it's pretty close. Sounds like it's pretty close. Yeah, no. I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Yeah. No, this place don't scare me. It's mixed around here, so it's fine. I know, so I'm from Jersey myself. And you know Patterson, New Jersey? Yeah, you walk through some neighborhoods I can't walk through, you know? But here everyone's nice around here, you know? You're from Wilmington?
Yeah.
It's a nice city. It's clean. And most of the houses people keep up, you know? My brother's got a soccer tournament down the street.
Okay. What, you got a soccer tournament?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, you have a good day. See, very friendly people here. And you'll find that in different neighborhoods, you know? It's really just about the place itself, you know what I mean? I don't think you can tell that I was recording, because I'm holding my phone in a way that it doesn't look like I'm recording. Yeah, we're gonna take a left on this block, because we got a abandoned house, several people hanging out in a corner store, so, and a lot of garbage. The city's pretty clean though. All right, let's keep walking this way. Yeah, that corner store too. I said, yo,
No, park.
Don't worry about it. So I had to cut the camera there. Looked like that girl was there. It looks like high school kids. And you know, high school kids do their thing. asking me why I was over here, white boy. Like, and I tell them straight up, don't worry about it. I'm not too intimidated by them because they're high school kids. You know, there was another group of people hanging out by a house, and they just looked a little surprised. But 2 minutes ago, everybody else besides that one group's friendly. I'm not gonna walk down that block again because they might actually try to fight me, but some people are not friendly. I tell them, don't worry about it. I'm not, you know, concerned about them, and they shouldn't worry about me, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Like I said, some people really watch their blocks closely, so they know who's from there and who's not. And they knew I wasn't right. But this is, it's all right around here. Look at this. This is a horrible design right here. Here, I'm gonna point my camera this way. I apologize, guys. Because you have the tree right here and the stairs. Somebody did a horrible design job. Anyways, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Definitely, I did not even say a word to that girl. She didn't have to say a word to me, you know what I mean? But I don't take it personal because maybe she's got something going on in her life. Maybe a white person did something bad, or maybe she's experienced racism in her life, and maybe that scares her. I don't know. Or maybe she's just trying to mess with me and thinks I'm weak. You know, I'm not gonna just, you know, be scared. I'm gonna just tell her straight up, don't worry about it. Don't worry about why I'm here. You don't have to know why I'm here. I don't walk around my hood and ask people where they're from. Stupid. Got an abandoned house to my left. Yeah. So overall, this area is not too bad. Most people were friendly enough. At the end, we got a, you know, mean-ass chick, but it's okay. It's all in a day's work. I was hoping not to edit this video, but I had to cut the camera there, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know, maybe she knew I was recording, but I held the camera in a way where I was blocking the camera lens so that she didn't think I was. Whatever. That's gonna be for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.